Hi, this is Michael from Xplore Xpeng. Today I'm going to be doing part 8 of my settings series, where I go through the 14 settings sections in the infotainment system on the Xpeng G6. This will be really useful to you if you've just bought your G6 and are waiting delivery, wanting to find out more about it, or if you've just bought one and haven't delved into the system yet. Hopefully I can show you something new. So today's section is on the voice assistant settings. Hey Xpeng.
Hi.
Open voice assistant settings.
Okay.
So that's the quickest way to get into the voice assistant settings or any settings using the voice command. Obviously ideal whilst you're driving, but also if you're sitting in the car like I am right now, you could simply go from one screen to the bottom X dock, click on the car icon, and then scroll down, find the settings you want, and click on their voice assistant. Quite a small section here, not a lot to go through. First one at the top is Intelligent Voice Service, which it says is an all-new voice-based conversational AI service delivering voice interactions. Do you want that on or off? So that's a recent addition from the software update 5.9.5, where they seem to be developing the voice assistant more into an AI assistant. So rather than having just set commands that it understands, it's going forward into a AI system, probably linked to Google Gemini or ChatGPT, something like that. So going forward, we'll be able to ask it all sorts of things and it will retrieve that via the internet. So that top button is a little trial into that. So things that you can now do with that on are ask it for where's the nearest coffee shop, what's the best restaurant in my town, and it comes up with a list of suggestions and it has a Google star rating. So that's just an option to have that turned on or off. Then the next one is Hey Xpeng. Do you want to activate the voice assistant using that command, Hey Xpeng? If you don't and you turn that off, you'll only be able to activate the voice assistant by pressing the bottom left voice assistant button here. Then the third option down is Wake Word Enhancement. That's in beta mode. Repeating the wake word several times will help improve recognition accuracy. So I recommend everyone does this. Turn this on, go into this link here, Wake Word Management. So it says up to 8 users can record wake words, long press to edit the name or delete. So I've added mine in there. You could add your own. Wake word recording tips. Park the car in a quiet place and keep the interior quiet. For recognition accuracy, close the car doors, windows and trunk and disable multimedia audio. When recording, the car owner or an authorized user should sit on the driver's seat. Up to 8 users can each record a wake word. We will collect your voice data for wake word to improve the recognition rate. Please fully read, understand and agree to wake word enhancement notice. If we click on that link, and then there's some notes there to read and be aware of. Click off there. So once you press OK, it's asking me to close all the windows and retry detection because I've got that window open, and I'm also going to turn off the aircon so there's no sound there. Retest.
Please sit on the driver's seat or the passenger's seat and say Hey Xpeng.
Hey Xpeng.
Good job. Please say Hey Xpeng.
Hey Xpeng.
Great. Please say Hey Xpeng.
Hey Xpeng.
Awesome. Please say Hey Xpeng.
Hey Xpeng.
The last one, please say Hey Xpeng.
Hey Xpeng. Okay, so it then asks you to name it, so I'll just put test on there. And so it's just getting used to your voice. So I recommend everyone does that. If you don't, then you may find it's not going to recognize your commands as well as it should. Okay, so if we go back from there, voice assistant language selection. So I've got English there. You've got options for Cantonese, German, French and Thai, and I believe they are going to expand on this as well. Then we have dialogue modes. Single turn dialogue refers to executing only one task. Multi-turn continuous dialogue refers to maintaining listening continuously after a task is completed. So I have that on multi-turn. So when I say, hey Xpeng, or press the button, I can give it one command and it will stay listening for a further command. Typical use for that I have is in the morning. I might turn on my cooled seat and then I want to turn on the massage. So I want it to keep listening rather than having to press the button twice or say, hey Xpeng twice. But you can have just single turn, and then once you've given one command, the little bot will disappear. Next we have active zones. Select the zones where Xpeng should listen for voice commands. So if you don't want your kids in the back messing about with it, saying hey Xpeng all the time while you're driving, you can actually turn off rear left, rear right, front passenger, or even the driver. You can't turn off the driver. It says driver sound zone cannot be turned off. Okay, I don't know why it gives you that option then, really. Perhaps because it's multi software for left-hand drive as well. So yeah, but I'm sure they could handle that. So I have all those on, but you can select the ones that you want to activate the voice assistant. There's microphones in each corner, so when anyone says hey Xpeng, it knows exactly where you are in the car. So if you're sitting back left, you can say hey Xpeng, open my window, without saying I'm sitting in the back left corner. It will know where you are. Okay, and then the last option is display voice recognition content. When enabled, voice instructions recognized will be displayed in text format. So as I speak, the text that I'm speaking comes up. I like that to be on because then I know what it thinks I'm saying. And if it gets it wrong, I can see quite clearly it's got it wrong. So if something doesn't happen after I've asked it to do something, I can see what it thinks I've said compared to what I've actually said. So that's quite useful to have that on, I feel. So that's all the sections there. I will be doing another video where I'll go through all the different voice commands that are available, and there are tons of them. I've been compiling a list and I'm well in excess of 60 words or phrases, and there's even multiple options within that. Sometimes you can say things in different ways to do the same thing. So that's going to be quite a big video, but a nice video. Some people won't be aware of all the voice commands that it can do, so I'll be doing that video very soon. So hopefully that was interesting for you and you've learned something there. If it's been useful, please press the like button, subscribe and turn on notifications. Have a look down in the description below. There's a few links there. There's discount code off of accessories. There's a link to the Facebook group for the Xpeng G6 and all the owners groups for the different Xpengs that are coming as well. So they're really useful to join. Lots of information and advice coming from those. Please comment down below if there's anything you want to know, anything I've got wrong. I like the engagement, so I try to reply to every comment. So don't be shy and leave me a comment below. The next video will be on the sound settings. It's quite a big section, so I look forward to doing that one. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.